It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling.
Hello, things have been quite hectic over here with Christmas approaching, and I forgot to film an intro. But I am doing episode 12 of Draw Your Journal. For the first page, we're flipping to Draw Your Birth Month. Draw something noteworthy about the month you were born. The first thing I'm doing is switching to a blank piece of paper, and I'm sketching out something that you can barely see. I really gotta stop including my sketching process because I sketch it so lightly you can't see it, and then when you do, I erase it. It truly feels purposeless because we end with a blank piece of paper. What was the point? I don't know. Taking out my Prismacolor Premier colored pencils, which are divided into cups by color category. Some are kind of mixed up, but mostly. I chose these 6 colored pencils to start off with. The first color I'm using is the blue turquoise kind of color, and then I quickly switched to the royal purple color, and then I switched again to the lime green color. We're getting real crazy here, guys. So here's the thing, I love snowmen, I find them very cute. Literally anytime I see a home decor item that has a snowman on it, forget it, I'm done. However, to draw a white snowman, you really only use black, gray, and maybe a white. But I didn't want the snowman to just be white, like snow, because that is boring, and I don't really want to color in just black and white. Now, don't get me wrong, using black and white and grayscale have their time and place, but to me, at the time, that was quite a boring idea. I really wanted to use
some colors.
So instead, I decided to make a snowman that's multicolored. Blue and purple and green. I chose those colors because those are kind of my favorite colors together. One of my favorite combos. The snowman concept kind of already gave it away that I was born in a winter month, but the Santa hat really specifies that I was definitely born in the month of December. December is such a commercialized month. I feel like there were so many things that I could have done, like anything. Christmas trees, anything wintry, anything New Year's Eve themed. I was born on December 30th, so like right next to New Year's Eve, and I was thinking, maybe I could do a New Year's Eve themed page, but wait, I already did that. I know, I'll do a snowman with a Santa hat. The obvious choice. That kind of meshes both ideas. You get the winter theme, and you've got the Christmas theme, you put them together, and you've got my birthday. I don't really plan these pages out ahead of time, and sometimes I look back at them and go, that's what you decided to draw that was noteworthy about the month of December? Why didn't you pick like a Christmas tree, Marissa? Or maybe like Santa in a sleigh with some reindeer, or like the ball dropping. I don't know. There's so many things that I could have done. It just confuses me sometimes. So I am coloring in some lights. These are winter/Christmas lights that are going to be strung together. These are just the bulbs at the moment, but I was trying my best to make them in the same color scheme that the snowman is. I guess the idea is that the lights are maybe reflecting off of our snowman, and that's why he's colored with those colors. Perhaps. Around the outside of each of the lights, I decided to make a glowing kind of effect because the light bulbs are turned on. I realized that this pale yellow color is kind of hard to see, but don't worry, I fixed that a little bit later. After that was done, I decided it was time to string our lights together. I used this dark brown color, and I later regretted it because I realized it was the same exact color as the snowman twig arms. So now it looks like the string lights are somehow part of the snowman, like he's growing these weird twig arms and they have lights on them. It's odd, and I'm sorry. The snowman is sitting in what is presumably a pile of melted snow. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I decided that this needed some black outlines, mainly because of the twig lights. I really was looking at those the whole time and being like, no, we can't have twig arm lights connected to this snowman. Let's outline everything in black and try to distinguish things. This is a snowman with twig arms, and these are the Christmas lights that are not made out of twigs in any way. After I had outlined everything in black, I decided that the background was a little boring being just white. So I took out a paint palette and my light purple, pastel purple color. I like this color, and I felt like it matched really well with the purple colored pencil I had been using. I decided to paint this all over the background. You'll notice I have like a zigzag thing going on around the lights. I don't know why I did that. I'm looking at that and I think I thought it looked more cartoony. I kind of like it actually now that I'm looking at it, but I feel like maybe it should have been an oval shape and not jagged lines, but no well. After I'd finished the outline, I glued this into the book, and I added my B. Bella signature, and also added a matte Mod Podge. Is it Mod Podge or Mod Podge? Someone corrected me so many times, and I feel like I just forgot because I've mixed it up. Okay, well, here is the final page. I actually really like it. For all my criticism I had throughout the process of creating it, I feel like at the end, when I look at it, I go, oh, that's such a cute little snowman, you know? I really like it for the month of December. I love the purple background. Let's move on to the next page. For this next page, I'm going to be drawing my sport. And to the right of this long line, we have a sports girl running. When I was in high school, I actually used to run cross country. And that was kind of like the main sport that I did. I struggled with cross country in my freshman year because it's very much a mental game where you have to keep running even when you're tired. And the speed at which you run, of course, matters, but the primary thing that was a struggle for me is actually like the mental endurance it takes to keep going. I have gone so far off topic, you're not even gonna believe it. Okay, I got these permanent markers a couple of weeks ago. They're very bright in color, and I've been excited to use them. Okay, so sports. The way I talked about cross country would make you think that I love sports and am very athletic. But that is not the case, I can assure you. I have always been moderately good at sports and slightly uncoordinated. I actually have become totally inactive. I do barely any physical activity on a daily basis, and it's probably unhealthy. But, I do really enjoy watching a very specific sport on TV recently. And this has been a long time coming. When I was in college, my roommate loved hockey. She loved the Devils hockey. And we had like stuff in our room with that, and I never paid any attention. I truly have always been like minimally invested in watching sports on TV. I'm just like, nah, not really for me. I don't really like the NHL. My husband also loves the Devils, and they're terrible. Well, they were terrible, that's the thing. They were terrible. For years, for like a decade, they were so bad. Anyone that is from New Jersey here, you know the Devils were horrible. They were so bad for 10 years. And that was primarily the time period where everyone around me liked them, and I was like, guys, these guys are bad. I can't do this. I don't want to watch. But this year, they have been so good. And now I feel like I'm a part of something, because I have been suffering alongside mainly my husband. But there's a benefit here. I get a payoff, because I have watched and attended so many bad Devils games that now that they're winning, it feels like I'm winning, in a way. Kind of. They have become amazing. They're almost at the top of the league. I am now the #1 hockey fan. I don't know all the rules, but I do enjoy that the team is a young team. That's interesting. And I also enjoy when they occasionally get into fights. It's kind of funny, and there's some drama there. This has all been very unexpected for me. I actually talked about hockey last year in one of my Draw Your Journal videos. I drew 2 penguins in a hockey outfit, and I kind of talked about this same exact topic in a little bit of a different way. Believe me, this is the absolute last thing I ever thought that I would be emotionally invested in, ever. I literally hated sports before this. I've colored in a polar bear that's in a hockey outfit, and she's got some stripes going behind her up until the point that she starts being drawn. I was kind of trying to echo the stripes that are on the bottom of the Draw Your Sports page. For whatever reason, stripes feel like sports to me. I guess that was what I was thinking when I originally made the page for the book, and that's what I did on this page as well. To finish up this page, I used my white gel pen just to give some glimmers to the eyes, the nose, and the tongue of this polar bear. I also decided to add some white hearts to the stripes of this page. I felt like it needed some glimmering sparkles. And here we have the final result of my Draw Your Sport page, which is about hockey, my new love. If you'd like to get yourself a copy of Draw Your Journal, it is available on Amazon. It's my book that I wrote and self-published, and it's intended to be a visual diary about your life. If you want to see more Draw Your Journal videos, click on one of these 2 boxes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for another video. Bye!